Have you ever noticed that we live in a time when information is everywhere, yet wisdom often feels rare? We have access to more information than any generation in human history. Within seconds, we can search for answers, watch videos, read articles, listen to experts, and learn almost anything we want to know. And yet, many people are more confused than ever. Why? Well, it's because information and wisdom are not the same thing. Information tells us what. Wisdom helps us understand why. Information can tell us how to do something. Wisdom helps us to decide whether we should do it. Information fills the mind. Wisdom helps us navigate life. For much of my career, I worked in quality assurance. People often assumed that my job was about documents, procedures, regulations, and having all the information, having all the answers at my fingertips. And yes, those things mattered, but over time, I realized that the most valuable thing wasn't the information. It was discernment. It was learning how to separate what was important from what was merely interesting, what was true from what was assumed, what was essential from what was distracting. The same principle applies to our lives. Many people are drowning in information today. Books, podcasts, videos, courses, social media, advice from experts, advice from strangers, advice from people who never walked in our shoes. Sometimes the problem is not that we need more information. Sometimes the problem is that we have not paused long enough to listen to what we already know. You see, wisdom often arrives more quietly than information. Information shouts, wisdom whispers. Information can be collected. Wisdom must be lived. Information can be borrowed. Wisdom must be earned. Think about some of the most important lessons you've learned in your life. The lessons about relationships, trust, love, loss, resilience, courage. Could someone have simply told you those lessons? Perhaps. They might have told you a story, and you might have learned from it. But would you have truly understood them? Probably not. Because wisdom often comes through experience, through mistakes, through reflection, through paying attention, and through having the courage to be honest with ourselves. One of the questions I ask myself when I feel overwhelmed by information is this: do I need more information, or do I need more reflection? Sometimes the answer is more information. But surprisingly, more often, the answer is reflection. The answer is slowing down. The answer is creating enough space to hear the wisdom that is already trying to emerge. The goal is not to know everything. The goal is to understand what matters and to understand what matters for you. So the next time you find yourself searching for another answer, another article, another video, or another opinion, pause for a moment and ask yourself, who do I already know who can speak with me in a quiet moment so that we can share wisdom with each other? What do I already know to be true? You may discover that wisdom has been waiting patiently beneath all that noise all along. This is Chantal. Thank you for joining me here on Natural Intelligence. And remember, think clearly, thrive deliberately, and live fully.